The best ever. People wait in line for hours to get this. This is my grandma's, and we've got it in a choice of flavors. This is the coffee cake to like put all coffee cakes to shame. This always sells out every time we bring it, and in fact, 2 flavors are back. So if you come on over here, there is the quintessential iconic cinnamon walnut. That's where everybody loves. That's what started the whole run on. But the Granny Smith apple is back. Like, are you kidding? This is the final order of the year. Granny Smith apple is back. Pumpkin spice is back. Both of them had sold out. And honestly, I've got word from a little birdie that we don't actually know how often we'll be able to see my grandma's as we get into the October, November, December timeframe. 3 easy payments of $10, free shipping and handling. I have an immediate ship only. So that's all we've got. We initially thought that we had a couple of ship dates. Now we've got immediate shipment only. M79926 is your item number. You put these in your freezer. You can keep them for a while. So if you want to stock up, please do. I don't have any auto delivery on this. Marie Louise Ludwig brings us my grandma's, but from Boston, line around the block. These are made in small batches, still handmade. We have video, which we can't wait to share with you, but tell us a little bit more about my grandma's.
Yeah, baked fresh in Boston. We love this. It's a 150-year plus real grandmother's recipe. No compromise on the recipe, the quality, the size, or the taste. Let's go to Boston and see why these are so special. And Rachel, I have to say, even though the ingredient profile is fabulous on these, even though we make these on in small batches, I think what makes our cake special is the people. You can see our bakers are all hands-on, hand-loading that signature streusel in the middle. All of the apples are hand-peeled, hand-sliced, put on the top. We use Madagascar bourbon vanilla. We use the Granny Smith apples. We use tons of cinnamon and sugar that gets caramelized on the top. That gives you that feeling, that reminiscing of those cakes that we remember growing up that are fresh baked. Here we go.
We're going to cut into the Granny Smith apple. Right? Because this sold out in August. It's back. Don't know whether or not it can be back again. Check this out, right? Or you're going to show us. So show us the inside, because what exactly are the ingredients that make this so great and so moist, which is what you'll notice? Yeah, looking on the inside here, this is our signature streusel. When you cut into any piece on here, you can see tons of cinnamon sugar and those fresh, crunchy California Mariani walnuts. And then on the top of this cake, our cakes are as beautiful to look at as they are delicious to eat. And in this case, we have got hand-peeled slices of Granny Smith apple baked into the top of our cakes with those California Mariani walnuts, with all of that cinnamon sugar on the top that caramelizes. It makes it almost like you're having an apple pie on top of our cake. The moistness factor on this is easy. It's not butter. Come on in over here. It is a rich, dense, cultured sour cream, because that's what the grandmother's recipe called for. You see the moist, like there's no spring back. That's how moist it is, but it's not gummy. It just literally is that moist. Does each one of them have the Madagascar bourbon vanilla in it? Okay, I thought it did. Yeah, real expensive, but we're not going to cut the corners. You have to have that Madagascar bourbon vanilla in that. Look at that. When you break that apart, that's the Granny Smith apple. And dense and moist. That I'm actually eating. Now we're going into Granny Smith apple, but then there's also the pumpkin spice. So our traditional coffee cake recipe, and I suggested, what if a pumpkin pie married one of our traditional coffee cakes on here? So you're starting on the top with that cinnamon sugar and the pumpkin spices, and let me turn this around here in the middle. Look at this. So moist and so dense. You've got that signature cinnamon and sugar through the middle, but this is made with a pumpkin puree and all of the spices that go into a pumpkin pie, the nutmeg, the cloves, the ginger, and the cinnamon. And look at this. It is so dense and so moist. When you break this open, look at that. Arrives to you fresh, goes into the freezer. You can keep it in your freezer for a full year, take what you need. And finally, we cannot forget. This is how it all started. This is where it all began. So this one is loaded on the top with those fresh, crunchy California Mariani walnuts. Why are those so special, Rachel? Well, because when you heat those up, the oil gets released, it mixes with the cinnamon and sugar, and it gets nice and toasty, and it's delicious. This is the final order of the year, so if you're shopping with us right now would be the moment to pick these up. What do I do when I get them home, and can I put them in the freezer? Yeah, when you get it home, the freezer bag is great. You can cut some slices out and re-wrap it in that bag. You don't have to put it in the box. Put it in the freezer. It freezes beautifully. About 15 slices on average per cake. So if you've got one of our cakes in the freezer, you have an instant dessert, you have an instant
breakfast, instant coffee, instant French toast. Look at this. In a pan, in a griddle.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I've got an update for you.
that.
So the story is that Granny Smith and pumpkin spice sold out last time. We have 400 left. Is that across all 3 flavors? Oh, Granny Smith, 400 left. And then we've got the pumpkin spice, 600 in the pumpkin spice, and the cinnamon walnut, a little bit more. 3 easy payments of $10. Put this in your cart, check out. Every time this is available, we always sell out of them all the time. And they are baked and sent out, right? So the ones we're ordering now are not baked yet.
Have not even been baked
Not
yet.
even been
Nope.
baked. That's
Wait for
how
me to
fresh
call.
it is. So put it in your cart and check out. Thank you, my love.
My great
I
to be here.
appreciate it. So we want to let you know that we've got a big deal coming up that we are super pumped about.